Hello students, in the last lecture we have seen how to get the h of n for the different values, like the h of n which we obtained for n not equal to 0 condition, that was like sine omega n c, omega cn, or n omega c by pi. So this was the equation which we have seen last time. Similarly, we have seen for the second condition n equal to 0, it was nothing but omega c by pi. So these are the two values which we have seen for h of n. Now by reference of these two values, if someone goes for plotting the h of n versus n, then for the actually the digital filter design in terms of the causality, the ideal filters doesn't satisfy it, so they are not actually causal. So that's why we need to stuck up only with the causal system. So let's understand it with the help of, let's say, the filter response. Let's say this is what the low pass filter response. When we say that there are certain ripples in the pass band, so these are ripples, and there are certain ripples in the stop band. So while studying IR filter, already we have seen this. So this is nothing but called as a stop band ripple. So these are the stop band ripple. Similarly, this is nothing but the pass band ripple. So these are the sinusoidals or the ripples which we got. So some of the terms related to this are used, like this has been referred with 1 plus delta 1 at this point and 1 minus delta 1 at this point. So this is nothing but actually the maximum tolerable pass band ripple. Similarly, maximum tolerable stop band ripple is nothing but delta 2. So like the delta 1 can be referred at the pass band and delta 2 at the stop band. So if we plot it here, let's say this is what our omega p. So what is omega p? It is nothing but the pass band H frequency. Similarly, if we go for the stop band H frequency, this is what the omega s. So like these, the two frequencies are with us. So this entire region will be nothing but the pass band, this is nothing but the transition band, and further this is nothing but the stop band. So this is what simple characteristics for the low pass filter when it is been analyzed. Now let's understand what exactly the filter symmetry and anti-symmetry or asymmetry for FIR filters. So symmetry and anti-symmetry for FIR filters. So when we want to understand whether the filter is symmetric or asymmetric, we need to deal up with its parameter, that is h of n. So its unit sample response will decide whether it is symmetric or anti-symmetric. So for this, the condition will be like when h of n is equal to h of m minus 1 minus n, where the value of n is ranging from 0, 1 till m minus 1. When this is satisfied with the positive values, then this is called as a symmetric. Then the filter is called as a symmetric. And when we say that h of n is equal to minus h of m minus 1 minus n, again the n is ranging from 0, 1 till m minus 1, then it is called as anti-symmetric or asymmetric. So this is what the second condition. Now to understand this symmetric and anti-symmetric in a better way, where the length of the filter doesn't actually matters, this length of the filter matters. So based on the even and odd values of m, we can decide whether it is to be going on which particular point at the symmetrical side. Now let's say, for this, to understand in a better way, we will proceed to design a FIR filter by using windowing technique. So this is the important aspect of FIR filters. So by using windowing technique. Now what exactly the windowing technique? Let's say there is a flow of air from this left side, and let's say I have one window over here. So this is what the window. So when this air enters over here, only the part for which this window is designed, that part will allow that specific window to enter into the house. Although there are a lot of air, let's say, at the surrounding, but only the specific part of window will allow the specific air to come inside. So that is nothing but, in short, applied over here. So how to go for application of this concept? So let's understand this with the help of the windowing technique. The first windowing technique, which is called as a rectangular window. So this is what the first technique. So in case of the rectangular window technique, first of all, let's understand what is the desired frequency response. For, let's say, we are going for the design of low pass filter. So when we say that this is, let's say, the low pass filter response ranging from minus omega c to plus omega c with the amplitude 1, and this is nothing but HD off. This is desired, that's why it can be referred as a HD. So this D is for the desired. E raised to j omega or only omega, that is sufficient. So we may concentrate only on this part for causal one. So that is 0 to omega c, or let's apply the symmetry. So it will be minus omega c to plus omega c. So for this to understand, we can have the other approach also. So for this entire minus omega c to plus omega c, let's see what exactly the HD of n. The response of HD of n will be something like this. Sine waves will incremented over here, then further decremented like this. So like this the HD of n will be plotted. So here the only thing is we need to write the sample values. So I will just write down this HD of n in terms of the sample values, how exactly it will look like. So see here, it will look like this. So it will be the nature of HD of n. So when we apply the window function, the nature of the window function will be something in terms of the sampled response. Since it is the rectangular window, let's say it is like this. This is ranging from minus m minus 1 by 2 to plus m minus 1 by 2. So this is m is nothing but actually the length of the filter. So this is nothing but actually, let's say, the rectangular window function. So WR of n, this is HD of n, this one is nothing but the rectangular window function. So when we want to get, let's say, h of n is usually given with the expression HD of n into the window function. Right now we do have the availability of WR of n, so it is nothing but the window function. So let's multiply this signal, let's say 1 with 2. So when we have the multiplication between these two, we will get only this bounded part. So this bounded part within the range minus m minus 1 by 2. So let me write it here. So it will be like minus m minus 1 by 2 to plus m minus 1 by 2. Rest of the signals will be simply skipped. Now it is passed through the window. So let's say it is ranging over here, so only this part will be considered. Next, this is for the next part. This is how it will look like, since it is bounded within the region, that is minus m minus 1 by 2 to plus m minus 1 by 2. Now once we got this particular waveform, if someone just goes for the positive part, means 0 to m minus 1 by 2, the nature of the response will be like this. So it will just concentrated on the right hand side. So this is how it will look like up to m minus 1 by 2, 0 to m minus 1 by 2. Same is the case over here also. If it is concentrated for positive, so this will look like this one. Similarly, HD of n only for the positive, it will look like this. Like this it will be, and for this part it will be this shaded portion. So this is how the rectangular window will be taking the active role to decide h of n. Now this is the most important expression which we are going to use to solve the numericals based on the window functions for designing the linear phase FIR filters. So thank you everyone, thank you very much.